Greetings, everybody. This is Winnie Wriggle, and welcome back to Valhelsia2. We're in episode 8 today, and we have a lot to do. First up, behind me is a very boring, undecorated courtyard without any kind of real functionality. So we're going to spend part of the episode sprucing up the courtyard and building a stable for our horses so we can get them out of the castle. I also want to plant a few crops because food is becoming an issue. I'm down to like 5 steaks. But first, let's get started. I'm going to take a nap, and then we're going to get started sprucing up the courtyard. The first part of any building project is picking your palette. We already have our palette. It's the blocks under my feet. They are gabbro cobblestone, mossy gabbro, and a little bit of limestone from cork, as well as coarse dirt and grass path blocks. So our first step is going to be... let's get all of our lighting out of the way. We will be sure to replace it with other lighting options so we don't get spawns down here. And I'm basically just going to start by making a path using a shovel to the most common places we are likely to walk. Right? So first would be this little ore processing area. And then we'll definitely go to the workshop. And so the whole courtyard will probably end up with much of our block pattern. But I'm going to try to leave some grass. And then, of course, this is also a way out. I think we probably do want to leave a way to get the horses out. Not a bad idea. Although the gate will always work. Okay, so there's our path, and then we are going to lay down our plain gabbro first. So we start with a smattering of gabbro. See, it spread just like that. And the way we do this is we're just laying it out as if it's a vein running through, you know, like veins through marble. So it's kind of sort of connected in places. We have kind of a consistent. And then the second most frequently used block is the limestone, I believe. And I think I've used it kind of on the edges as if it's worn down. And then we have the cobble and the mossy gabbro. I don't know that there's as much moss out here. Maybe there's some right next to this entrance and maybe right at the gate. So let's put one here. And then maybe right here. And then as you get up over here, maybe there's a little bit more mossiness. And I totally forgot to put the gabbro down on this side, so we'll finish it. As well as the limestone. Like that. So there's a little consistency. And then it looks like the rest of these are path blocks. And maybe 1 or 2 cobble touches as if the gabbro is worn out a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to fill some of these areas in with the path blocks. And that should probably be cobble. And we'll go ahead and make, the blocks right underneath. Maybe a little bit more mossy. So now we have, and that should probably be coarse dirt. Like that. That's dirt. Let's put coarse dirt there, which is just dirt and gravel. It's very easy to make. Okay, so now we have paths here. We probably should have a little bit of a path over to the stairway that I use frequently. And we'll just do a little moss and a little gabbro. And a little limestone. And a little cobble. And there we have it. Ta-da! Next thing I want to do is turn this back wall into a stables. So let me pull down this wall and build the structure. The bug head again with the bug head. Let me pull down this wall behind me and put the framework for our stable, and we can finish it up together. I'll be right back. Are you ready? The wall is gone. Ta-da! Okay, I thought we could build this together. Everything we need to build our stables is in my inventory. We're going to use mostly oak, a little bit of dark oak, and spruce. I did have to take a little journey just a short distance away in order to get spruce, as somehow I managed not to pick it up in all of our travels. So what we're going to do is put a row of 3 stalls for our 3 steeds right here, and we're going to nudge it where we have to walk kind of on top of our mine shaft in order to get out. I am going to make a little person-sized door so you can get in and out of our fort going in this direction. So each stall is 2 spaces wide. We're going to use oak logs on the bottom. The only difference between the 3 is that the end ones are going to be slightly smaller than the others so that we have a little bit of shape to our walls in the back. And then we're going to use some smooth stone and cracked smooth stone for the back walls. We're going to make use a lot of the oak posts from Valhelsia structures for the main part of the stable. So each of these go in each of the corners. Oops. And then I'm going to use these wrapped oak wood pieces on the ends. And we'll just pop up here and lay them on there. I also have crafted some of these oak log fences from Absent by Design, and we're going to use them because they're so amazingly close. Well, they're the same texture as the outside of the oak log, and I really like that. And I think we also probably want to use them in between the supports on top. We just want a little bit of detail in the back of the build. We also just want to keep the horses from getting out, so I'm using the oak wood walls from Absent by Design as well to do the back railing, and then plain spruce fences for the middle sections. Just to kind of change it up like it's the same tone. And then here is where our dark oak goes in handy. We're using it for our gates as well as the edges of the roof. So we're gonna do a little bit of stair and half slab combo, and we're gonna do the same thing on the back using the stairs on our pillars, and then oop, there's that little tweak we do. You have to crouch to get these to go. Duh. Just to add a nice edge to that. And then here in the front, probably want to come around on that side and around on that side as well. We're also going to use another touch of dark oak here on the front so that we have a little more texture on the front of the stalls. Now it's time for a roof. We want to be sure we can get out of each of the towers and walk across. So we're going to bring the roof up to this level where we'd want to walk on it. And we're going to do that by just throwing down some spruce stairs. Then we're going to use spruce trapdoors to make the roof. We had a bunch remaining from the teardown of this section of the wall. And we might as well use what we have. And on the back side, of course, we're going to continue with the spruce stairs to get us back down to the level of the roof below. Ta-da! And then fill in this gap with a couple more trapdoors. And this makes a nice roof. We want to add just a tiny bit of detail. So I'm going to put fences and gates down just to add a little bit more visual interest here on the front. So let's go take a look at our stable. So there it is from the back. It is in keeping with the rest of the build. Using the oak makes it look similar to the oak wall that was here before. And adding the stone and stone brick keeps it looking in concert with the rest of the build. Now we just need to put our horse friends in here. Hey guys, I made you a house. Hi. Yep, here we go. You get the big one since you're kind of the biggest. Is that cool? Is it fun? Hopefully. This is good. This will keep them out from underfoot. Seriously? Climbing the stairs? What are we doing? You know, here's your new home. It's way more exciting than the stairways. Yep. Where is the mule? Oh, see? You're taking over the main part of the house, dude. Come on. I have a new home for you. Isn't this fabulous? Could be on the floor, maybe? There we go. Oh, no. Everybody likes... Oh, see, the horse finally came down. We need to get y'all name tags. I think I have plenty of name tags. And then, of course, the finishing touches would just be to add a few lights. I've made some yellow oil lantern lights from the Fairy Lights mod. And let's put a couple here. And one there. There you go. Lights and a stable in place of a wall. And it's kind of in concert with the rest of the build. I am also going to throw down a couple of these deadwood trapdoors so I can run from the top of the stairs anywhere we need to go. Looking pretty good. Okay, next up, let's add some more detail to the courtyard itself. Okay, I have grabbed some random things we've had hanging around in some of our inventories. I added lighting by putting torches underneath leaves. I'm using the fiery torches from Druidcraft because they emit a little bit more light than a regular torch to light up our courtyard. I have some bushes and hay bales, and we're just going to scatter them around our courtyard here. The hay bales in particular, maybe near the barn. And even maybe in the ground, so it looks like y'all have a little bit of food. I don't want to put them in the pens with the horses, but scattered outside as if they're lined up, ready to be fed is a good addition. I also just want to add a couple of flowers for color down here, as if there is a little bit of a rose garden happening in the corners. We will add more detail as we go, but I think that is a vast improvement to our blank courtyard from before, and we've added horse stables, which is great. So our friends have a place to live that's not in the house with us. Woohoo! Now that we have ore automation and our courtyard cleaned up, it's time to automate some other processes. You might have noticed I've been growing trees out here by hand. Because I'm a noob, I completely forgot that we have the bonsai mod in this. And I have made hopping bonsai pots for all of the trees that I want to grow. And we're going to set up a place up on one of our upper levels to grow and gather our trees so I can cut down that forest that's back there. I think we're going to locate our new tree growing area up on top of one of our rooms. Trees need sunlight, etc. I'm going to use barrels to do the collecting for the materials. So we're just going to set these down in a row. I've made 8 bonsai pots. And hopefully I have room for all these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. And then we stick the bonsai pot on top. These are hopping bonsais, so they will grow the tree and then dump their contents into a chest or inventory that they are sitting on top of. So now that we have our hopping bonsais on top of our barrels, we have to go along and add dirt to each of the hopping bonsai pots. And then I'm going to add a sapling. And you can see as soon as I add the sapling, it starts growing. Yay! We're going to do oak and spruce and the apple oak and the deadwood that I like. And of course, we cannot forget the nether sapling so we can get nether bananas. A little cherry wood, a little dark oak since I tend to be using that in my build. And look, they just magically grow and drop their drops into the barrels underneath. So here's our netherwood sapling. And hopefully we'll get nether bananas from this as well. And these guys will just sit here and grow. And there we go. Bonsais growing our trees for us automatically. That's very exciting. Okay, now I'm going to go back down into the yard outside and cut down all those trees so that we have somewhere to put some farms. And we're back. And it's another glorious morning in Minecraft. We're going to check on our hopping bonsai pots and the tree crops. We're also going to name our horses because I have found that we did have 12 name tags in our inventory. And then we're going to show off the completed farm and garden build on the outside of the base. Let's start with checking out the progress of our hopping bonsai pots and the wood and tree crops from them. They've been running the whole time I've been doing work out here, and oh yes, look at all the goodies. Look at all the nether bananas. Golden nether bananas for days. So those were going very well. Let's go name our horses and take a look at the updates we've made to the courtyard. So remember, we added our paths, which look very good, and built a stable. Hey everybody, are you ready for your new names? Here we go. This is Come On Eileen. This is Hey There Delilah. And this is Run Around Sue. Yep, looking good, Sue. We like our four-legged friends to be warm and comfortable and happy in their new homes. Now let's check out the farm build. So I have extended our path out the door in two directions. One goes all the way around the build to the left. And our crops are kind of divided into categories. Over here on the right, I have all of the things that count as hemp or string. So the flax from Silent Gear, the hemp from Immersive Engineering, and the hemp from Druidcraft, I believe are these tall, skinny ones. We also have our regular wheat farm interspersed with aubergine, which is the crop from Mystical World we'll need. Over here is the vegetable patch. So these are all the regular Minecraft vegetables as well as the seeds from simple farming like cantaloupe and corn and all kinds of cool stuff that we'll be experimenting with cooking meals. This section of the farm I've left open in case we have other things we need to plant. And then our path just continues on around to our portcullis. I'm very pleased with how this came out. The fences are from Mr. Crayfish's furniture mod, and the lights, the candle lanterns, are from Fairy Lights. I'm very excited about the chain, which will appear in Minecraft 1.16, is actually from Quark right now, but it's very similar. And these are just walls from the Absent by Design mod with a fence gate and a fence post, so they do that little hitchy thing, which I love. If you put a gate next to a wall, it goes down lower than the fence, which makes for a great street light. But I believe that is everything we have time for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like. It helps me out and I appreciate it. If you'd like to keep up with what's going on the channel, don't hesitate to subscribe. And remember, as always, you are the shiny stuff that awesome is made of. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.